In this second video, I want to show you how to zoom and move around the graph. So first of all, let me show you this pan button, or the drag button. Click it. Now with my hand, I can move the graph around. Okay, I might want to zoom in, so I can click the zoom button to zoom in to a specific spot or area, or to zoom out as well. Okay, this zoom in box is pretty handy. If there's a spot you want to zoom into, just click and drag and it'll zoom in right there. Okay, and if you ever want to go back to your default zoom, just click this checkbox with the axis on it. Very useful button. I'll show you some more in a minute. Default scales, and that'll take you back. If you want to set a specific window, click this axis with the wrench on it, edit axes, and here you can specify your X starting and endpoint, Y starting and endpoint. So for example, I can go from -2 to 2 and from -3 to 3. Okay, you can also adjust the spacing if you want. Okay, now let me show you some special zooming with regards to trigonometric functions. So let's make a new page. I can go File, New 2D Graph, or I can click this toolbar button, New 2D Graph. Creates a new page up top here. I can go back to my first one, or stick on my new one. For sine, or cosine or trig functions, do you want to be in degree mode or radian mode? It's in radian by default. Let's go into degrees. For an equation, I can hit enter, or I can press this equal sign button. That's the shortcut. Let's make a sine equation, y equals sine x. Hit OK, or you can have sine x in brackets, either one. Hit OK. That doesn't make sense, right? And I guess it's because the scale is so terrible. So first thing you want to do is hit the default scale button. It'll select an intelligent scale for you. If you don't like that, you can use the pan button to drag around, or you can set the window as you'd like. To adjust the window, click Edit Axes. Maybe I want to go from 0 to 360 and from -2 to 2. Okay, if I want to change the spacing, I can do it here. Maybe I want to go up by 60-degree increments, and I want, so this is the labels that will be numbered, okay, and this will be the grid mark. So maybe I want a grid mark every 30 degrees. Hit OK when you're done. And there's my nice sine curve. If I want a specific point on the curve, go over to the left bar and click point mode. When your cursor gets on top of the curve, it should change to an arrow. That means you want to point on the curve, put the point where you want, and now in the bottom left corner, it has its coordinates. Okay, if I go back to my cursor, I can click and I can drag the point around. The coordinates change as you drag it. One thing I like to do, because it's pretty hard to read the coordinates down here, is I like to add a text box with the coordinates in it. So to do that, make sure you've clicked the point, then select the text box up here. The default settings are usually the ones I want, so just hit OK. And now this text box with the point's coordinates will follow the point around as you move it. Now, if I want to do this graph in radians, switch to radian mode. Okay, hit your default scale, and there you are in radian mode. If you want to change the axis, hit the wrench button. And to type pi, let's say I want to go from -2 pi to 2 pi, just type pi. Okay, and it'll switch it to a pi automatically. So I hope this helped you understand the basics of zooming and moving around the plot.